I fell asleep on a night train and woke up completely alone. No conductor, no passengers, no sound. Just silence. But that wasn't the worst part. At the next stop, someone got on, and they didn't sit anywhere else. They sat right in front of me and stared. Didn't blink. Didn't move. Just watched me. And at the next stop, another one got on, and they all looked exactly the same. I wasn't even supposed to be on that train that night. Missed my bus. Phone almost dead. It was one of those just get home somehow situations. The station was nearly empty, a couple of flickering lights, vending machines humming, and this one train sitting there like it had been waiting just for me. No announcements, no schedule, just there. I remember asking the guy at the ticket window, "Hey, this train going downtown?" He barely looked at me. "Last one tonight," he said. "If you're getting on, don't fall asleep." I laughed. Yeah, okay. I should have listened. The train was almost empty when I got on. A few people scattered across different seats, all quiet, all minding their own business. The lights inside flickered every now and then, but nothing too weird. Just an old train. I picked a seat by the window, dropped my bag next to me, and plugged in my headphones. For a while, everything felt normal. The train started moving. The low hum of the tracks kicked in. People stayed quiet. One guy across the aisle kept looking at his phone. A woman further down leaned her head against the window. Just another late-night ride. I don't even remember falling asleep. 1 second I was scrolling through my phone. Next. Silence. I opened my eyes slowly. Something felt off. The train was still moving, but it was too quiet. No talking. No footsteps. No announcements. I sat up, looked around. Empty. Every seat, every row, every corner of the carriage. No one was there. "Hello?" I called out. My voice echoed slightly. Too much. No answer. I stood up, heart already starting to beat faster. "Okay, not funny," I muttered. "Where's everyone?" I walked down the aisle, checked a few seats, looked toward the next carriage. Nothing. The doors between cars were closed. Locked. I tried one. Didn't budge. "All right, great," I said under my breath. The train suddenly slowed down. I looked out the window. A station. But I didn't recognize it. No name signs, no people. Just a dim platform with one flickering light. The train came to a stop. The doors opened with a loud hiss. I leaned slightly to look outside. "Hello?" I called again. That's when I saw him. Standing on the platform. A man. Tall. Still. Facing the train. Facing me. He didn't move. Didn't blink. Just stared. "Okay," I whispered. "Nope, that's weird." The doors stayed open. For too long. Then, the man stepped inside. Slowly. Calmly. And instead of sitting anywhere else, he walked straight toward me and sat down in the seat directly across. His eyes locked onto mine. Unblinking. The doors slammed shut behind him. The train started moving again. I forced a nervous laugh. Hey man." No response. He just kept staring. Not angry. Not confused. Just watching. And then, the train began to slow down again. Another stop. And I had a feeling. This time, someone else was getting on. The guy across from me didn't move. Not even a little. I tried to play it cool. "Long night, huh?" I said, forcing a half smile. Nothing. No reaction, no blink, no breathing I could see. Just those eyes locked on me. "All right," I muttered, shifting in my seat. "You're just one of those quiet types. Got it." But something felt off. really off. His posture was too perfect, back straight, hands resting on his knees, head slightly tilted forward, like he was posed. I glanced away for a second, pretending to check my phone. Then I looked back. Still staring. Same position. My chest tightened. "Dude, you good?" I asked. Nothing. The train started slowing down again. That low screech of metal echoed through the carriage. I swallowed hard and looked toward the doors. Okay, next stop, maybe more normal people get on. The train stopped. The doors hissed open. Same kind of station. Dark, empty. No signs, no sound. And then, another figure. Standing outside. This one was shorter, wearing something dark. Face, hard to see. I shook my head. Nope, not doing this again. But the person stepped in anyway. Slow, calm. And, just like the first one, they walked straight toward me. Didn't look around. Didn't hesitate. Sat down. Right next to the first guy. Both of them now facing me. Both of them staring. Unblinking. My hands started shaking. Okay, this isn't funny anymore. Silence. Two pairs of eyes. Locked on me. The doors slammed shut again. The train started moving. I leaned back slowly. Heart racing. Trying to think. "All right, think," I whispered. There's got to be a way off this train. But deep down, I already knew. This wasn't a normal train. And I wasn't supposed to be here. The lights flickered. For a split second, I swear, they were both closer. I froze. No, that didn't just happen," I whispered. They were closer. I was sure of it. Before the lights flickered, they were sitting across the aisle. Now, they were just a little nearer. Not by much, but enough. I forced myself not to panic. Okay, I'm just tired. That's it. My brain's messing with me. I kept my eyes locked on them. Both of them. Didn't blink. Didn't move. "Yeah, see? Not moving," I said under my breath. The train rattled slightly as it picked up speed. That low hum filled the silence again. I leaned forward just a bit, trying to see their faces more clearly. Still hard to make out details. Like their features were blurred. Or maybe just wrong. I swallowed hard. All right, I'm gonna test something. I quickly glanced down at my phone, just for a second, then snapped my eyes back up. My heart dropped. They were closer. Way closer. Now only one row away. Okay, nope. I shot up from my seat, stumbling back. That's not normal. That's not normal. They didn't react, didn't chase, didn't speak. Just watched. Always watching. I backed away down the aisle. Step by step. "Stay there," I said, my voice shaking. Just stay right there." The train began to slow again. Another stop. No, I whispered, shaking my head. "We're not doing this again." The brakes screeched. The lights flickered. For a split second, everything went dark. Complete darkness. I couldn't see them. I couldn't see anything. My breath got stuck in my throat. Then, the lights came back. They were gone. My heart skipped. What? I looked around frantically. Seats empty. Aisle clear. Okay, maybe they left. Maybe they just... A soft sound cut me off. Right behind me. A quiet breath. I turned slowly. They were there. Standing. Right behind me. Closer than ever. And, this time, Their faces weren't blurred anymore. They were smiling. Too wide, too still, and neither of them blinked. I stumbled back so hard I hit the seats behind me. No, 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 no. They were standing now, not sitting anymore. Too close. Way too close. Their faces. I could see them clearly now. But something was wrong. Their eyes were too wide. Unnaturally open, like they physically couldn't blink. And those smiles, they didn't move, didn't change. Just stretched across their faces like they were stuck that way. "Stay back," I said, raising my hand slightly. "Seriously, don't come any closer." They didn't react, didn't speak, just stared. The train started slowing down again. "No, please don't stop," I whispered. But it did. The brakes screeched. The lights flickered. Another station. The doors opened. I didn't even look this time. Didn't want to, but I heard it. A third set of footsteps. Slow, heavy, getting closer. "Great," I muttered. "Yeah, let's just keep adding more of you." The footsteps stopped. Then, movement in front of me. The two figures stepped aside. At the exact same time, perfectly in sync, like they were making space for something else. My stomach dropped. From between them, someone stepped forward. Another passenger. But this one was different. He wasn't smiling. He looked normal, tired, pale, shaking, and he was staring straight at me. "Don't let them box you in," he said quickly, his voice low and panicked. I blinked. "What?" "They only move when you don't look," he continued. "If they surround you, you're done." My heart started racing even faster. "Done how?" I asked. He didn't answer. Instead, he glanced behind me, and his face went white. "Don't turn around," he whispered. Too late. I already was. They were closer again. One on my left, one on my right. Still smiling, still staring. I snapped my head back forward. "They're trying to push you," the guy said quickly, "toward the door." I frowned. "What door?" The lights flickered again, and for a split second, I saw it. At the end of the carriage, a door that wasn't there before. Black. No handle. Just waiting. The lights came back. The door was gone. "What was that?" I whispered. The guy shook his head slowly. "You don't want to know." The train started moving again. The two figures didn't sit back down. They stayed standing, watching, waiting, and slowly. They took another step closer. "They're gonna force you there," the guy said, his voice shaking. "Force me where?" I snapped. He didn't answer right away, just stared past me. "That door," he finally whispered. My chest tightened. "You saw it too?" He nodded slowly. "Yeah, everyone sees it eventually." The train rattled harder now, like it was speeding up. Lights flickering more often. I kept my eyes locked on the two things beside me. Didn't dare blink. "They don't attack," the guy continued. "Not directly." "Yeah, I noticed," I said quickly. "So what do they do?" "They move you," he said. A cold chill ran through me. Step by step, closer and closer, until you don't realize where you're standing anymore. My breathing got heavier. "And when that door shows up," he added. The lights flickered again. For a split second, it was there, at the end of the carriage. Closer this time, not far away anymore. "You're already too late," he finished. The lights came back. The door was gone. "No," I said quickly. "No, there's got to be a way off this train." "There is," he said. I looked at him fast. "What? Then why are you still here?" He hesitated. "Because I didn't listen the first time." My stomach dropped. "They told me not to fall asleep," he said quietly. "Same as you, right?" I froze. "How did you—" "I've been here a long time." He cut me off. The train began slowing down again. Another stop. "Don't look," he said quickly. "Whatever gets on, just don't look." The brakes screeched. The doors hissed open. I clenched my eyes shut. Footsteps. One more. Slow. Getting closer. I kept my eyes closed tighter. "Good," he whispered. "That's good. Just don't." Silence. I opened my eyes. The guy was gone. My heart stopped. What? The seat in front of me. Empty. Like he was never there. But the others, they were still there. Closer. Way closer. Now, right in front of me. Their smiles wider than before. And between them, a new one. Standing still. Head slightly tilted. Watching me. The train started moving again. And this time, all three took a step forward. At the same time, all three of them stepped closer. At the exact same time, I backed up fast, nearly tripping over the seats behind me. Okay, stay back." They didn't stop. Their movements were slow, controlled, like they had all the time in the world. "Don't blink," I whispered to myself. "Don't look away." Because now I understood. They didn't rush you. They didn't chase you. They waited for you to mess up. The train shook slightly as it picked up speed again, lights flickering above us. I kept my eyes locked on all three, trying to track them at once. But it was hard. Every time I focused on one, I lost track of the others. And every time I lost track, they got closer. No. One of them twitched, then stopped. Then another one tilted its head. Their smiles stretched wider. "You're enjoying this, aren't you?" I muttered, my voice shaking. No response. Of course not. They didn't talk. They didn't need to. The train began slowing again. My heart sank. Not again. The brakes screamed. The doors opened. I kept my eyes forward this time. Didn't even glance. But I heard it. Footsteps. Different. Heavier. Slower. Something stepped onto the train. And unlike the others, it didn't stop. It kept walking. Toward me. My breath got stuck. "Don't look," I whispered. "Don't look." Too late. I glanced. Big mistake. This one wasn't like the others. It was taller. Much taller. Its head almost touched the ceiling. And its face. There was no face. Just darkness. Like a hole where features should have been. My chest tightened. "What is that?" I whispered. The three smiling ones didn't move. They just stood there, like they were waiting for it. The tall one stopped, right behind them, and slowly, it lifted its arm, pointing at me. The lights flickered violently. For a split second, the black door appeared again, closer than ever. Just a few steps behind me now. I didn't even need to turn around. I could feel it. Cold, waiting. And then, all four of them moved. At once. One step closer. All four of them stepped closer. At the same time, I backed up again. And this time, my back hit something. Cold. Solid. I didn't need to look. I already knew. The door. No. I pushed forward instantly, trying to get away from it. But they didn't rush. Didn't panic. They just kept moving. Slow. Perfect. Unstoppable. "You're not real," I said quickly. "This isn't real. It's a dream. It has to be." One of them tilted its head. Another took a step. Closer. I glanced to the side. Big mistake. When I looked back, they were right in front of me. Too close. I flinched hard, pressing back again. My hand touched the door behind me. It pulsed, like it was alive. I yanked my hand away. "What the hell is this?" The tall one moved forward. The other stepped aside, letting it through. It didn't rush. Didn't need to. It just stood there, towering over me. Its arm lifted again, pointing at the door. "No," I said immediately, shaking my head. "No way. I'm not going in there." Silence. Then, a voice. Not from them. From behind the door. "Help me." I froze. "That's not real," I whispered. "That's not real. Please." The voice came again. It sounded human. Desperate. Familiar. Too familiar. My chest tightened. "Is that me?" I whispered. The tall figure didn't move, but I felt it. That pressure. Like something pushing me backward. Step by step. Closer to the door. "No, stop, stop!" I tried to move forward, but my body wouldn't listen. My feet slid back, like I was being pulled. The door behind me creaked slightly, opening. Just a little. Cold air rushed out, and from inside, I heard it. Breathing. Not one. Many. My heart dropped. "How many people went in there?" I whispered. The smiling one stepped closer again, blocking any way out. The tall one leaned down slightly, closer to my face. And for the first time, it spoke. "Last passenger." My blood ran cold. "That's you." The door behind me opened wider, and something inside moved. The door creaked open wider. Cold air poured out, wrapping around me like ice. I tried to move, tried to fight it, but my feet kept sliding back. "No, no, no!" The tall one didn't touch me. None of them did. But I felt it. That pull. Like gravity itself had changed. And then I crossed the line. The second my foot went past the doorway, everything went silent. No train. No lights. No movement. Just darkness. I stumbled forward and turned around instantly. The door was gone. "Hello?" I called out. My voice echoed. Too much. The space around me slowly came into focus. It wasn't a room. It was another train. Same layout. Same seats. Same narrow aisle. But this one was full. Every seat. Occupied. People sitting perfectly still. All facing forward. All silent. My breathing got heavy. Okay, this isn't real." One of them moved. Just slightly. A head turning. Toward me. Then another. Then another. Until every single one of them was looking straight at me. Unblinking. My heart started pounding again. No, no, no. I backed up slowly. But there was nowhere to go. The aisle stretched endlessly behind me. Too long. Too wrong. And then one of them stood up. Slowly. Same movement. Same stiffness. That same unnatural posture. My chest tightened. "Stay back." It didn't stop. Another one stood. Then another. Row by row. They were all getting up. Every single one of them. And then I realized something. Their faces, they weren't all the same. Some looked older, some younger. Different clothes, different features. But all of them had the same smile. The same empty eyes. And then, one of them stepped closer. Close enough for me to see clearly. My breath caught. I recognized him. The guy from earlier. The one who warned me. He was smiling now. Just like the rest. "You should have listened," he said softly. My stomach dropped. "Wait, no, you were helping me." He tilted his head. Same unnatural movement. "We all were," he said. Cold fear shot through me. "What?" Then all of them spoke. At the same time. "To get you here." My heart stopped. And behind them, at the far end of the carriage, another door appeared. "Waiting to get you here." Their voices echoed all at once. Same tone, same rhythm, like they weren't individuals anymore. Just one thing. I shook my head, backing away. No, that's not possible. You were trying to help me." The guy stepped closer, still smiling. "We were," he said calmly. My chest tightened. "Then why am I here?" He tilted his head again. "To leave." My breath caught. "What?" He slowly pointed past me. I turned. The door. Another one. At the end of this train. Just like before. "Only one leaves," he said. My stomach dropped. I looked back at him. At all of them. "So what happens to the rest of you?" Silence. Then, their smiles stretched wider. "We stay." A cold wave hit me. No, I'm not staying here. I'm not becoming one of you." The train around me shifted. The lights flickered. For a split second, I saw something else. Their faces. Not smiling. Screaming. Frozen in terror. Then it was gone. Back to smiles. "You don't become one of us," the guy said quietly. I felt my heart pounding harder. "Then what?" He stepped even closer. "So someone else doesn't have to." I froze. "No way." He nodded slowly. "You took a seat," he said. "You stayed. You rode the train." I shook my head. "That doesn't mean—" "It does." He cut me off. Behind me, the door creaked slightly, opening. A faint light spilled through. Warm. Normal. Freedom. "You can leave," he said. I turned slightly toward the door. Hope. Real hope. Then he added, "But someone has to replace you." My blood ran cold. "What?" All of them lifted their heads slightly. Listening. Waiting. "For the next passenger," he said. I felt something change. Inside me, a pressure, heavy, pulling me backward again, toward the others. No, I'm not staying here." I tried to move forward, toward the door, but my legs felt wrong. Slower, heavier, like they didn't belong to me anymore. "You're already part of it," he said softly. I looked down at my hands. They were shaking, but not like before. Slower, more controlled. I forced them to move. Barely. "No, I can still go," I whispered. The door behind me opened wider. Light flooded the space. "Then go," he said. I hesitated. Just for a second. And in that second, the train stopped. Somewhere else. Another station. Another door opening. And somewhere out there, I heard footsteps. A new passenger. Getting on. I took a deep breath. The door glowed warmly in front of me. I hesitated for a fraction of a second. then stepped through. Light wrapped around me. Real light, not the flickering cold of the train. I stumbled out onto solid ground, air that smelled like freedom. The sun, or at least something like it, shone above me. I turned back. The door was gone. The train gone too. Silence, except for the distant hum of a city I didn't recognize. I dropped to my knees, shaking. It was over. I thought it was over. But then I heard it. A faint whisper behind me. Next passenger. I whipped around. Nothing. Just shadows and empty streets. I shook my head and ran. I didn't stop. Not for a second. I didn't look back. And I never took a train at night again. Sometimes, late at night, I still hear the hum of that train. And I swear I can feel them watching. They're waiting. Always waiting. Skull. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Tell me, would you have made it off the train alive?